On today's episode of The Front Row, we are downtown in the Lubbock Cultural District at the studios of Lubbock Public Media. I'm Clint Barrick, and joining me is our special guest, Dr. Susan Brumfield. She is a professor of music education at Texas Tech University in the School of Music, and she's the director of the West Texas Children's Chorus. And this summer, she was the head of the Kodály Institute, which was held here in Lubbock, and so many other things. Susan, welcome to the front row.
Hi, Clint, and thanks for having me back. I think the last time we talked, we were in Buddy Holly Hall during the West Texas Kodály Initiative.
Yeah.
And it was great to talk with you then, and we got to work together a little bit about the symphony's performance of Carmina.
Right.
And now we're here back to talk about the children's chorus some more, my favorite subject.
That's right, and that's the West Texas Children's Chorus, one of the big cultural institutions. Many years in the making now.
We are starting our 21st year.
Wow.
With the West Texas Children's Chorus.
Wow.
And our title is a little bit deceptive because the West Texas Children's Chorus began 21 years ago as a lab choir so that my undergraduate students at Texas Tech University could work alongside with me and observe and help teach kids. Yeah. But we've grown, and many of our children have stayed all the way from kindergarten through high school and then college, and so now we are a full-blown all-service children's and youth and collegiate choral ensembles.
Wow. Made it a life of its own, didn't it?
That's right.
Yeah. Wow. Well, and you're getting it started. Every year is kind of like a renewal,
right,
I guess, and that happens every fall, and that's coming up starting tomorrow. Tuesday, right?
That's right. Tuesday, the 26th, is our annual Discovery Day. This is the first time we've done it quite like this. We usually start the season with placements, and we don't want anyone to be afraid to come. It's not an audition at all, and even the placement of our families when they come in, it's all about just having the kids sing in a non-threatening, friendly environment. In which we just kind of find out where they are and what they're doing in terms of their singing voices. Our youngest children are in kindergarten. We have a group that is from kindergarten through second grade. We call this group our preparatory singers. And their emphasis is more on play and participation and learning. We have another group then that is third through fifth graders. So I think you would probably think of those kids as the kind of younger members. We call them our apprentice singers in the children's chorus. Then we have another level of middle school students. So between the apprentices and the middle school concert choir, you may have seen them around town. That's the group that sang at Carmina Burana recently.
Mm-hmm. Right.
With the Lubbock Symphony. From there, we have a group of a little more, I say elite, because these singers are working on a more sophisticated level in terms of their repertoire. We have two groups, Bella Voce, which is our treble choir, comprised of both high school age singers and university students. And our most recent ensemble, it's been with us now for about 4 years, is called Bro Voce, self-named, and that is our changed voice tenor bass high school and college group. And so sometimes we do things with all of our singers together. Sometimes it'll be featuring one group or another, but it's one big umbrella of singers that works together and also still serves as a training opportunity for choral music education students who serve on the staff. They serve as section leaders. They sing in the advanced ensembles. So it's a great time for everybody.
Right. Well, it's just like you said, it's West Texas Children's Chorus, but wow, it's a lot more than that. It goes up through collegiate.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
right.
Fabulous. Great.
And we've had some great opportunities through the year. We've traveled internationally. Our most recent international trip was to Canada. We've traveled throughout the United States. We had an absolute blast singing in New Orleans recently. And this year, we are featured as the demonstration choir for the Southwest Division Conference of the American Choral Directors Association. So that's a biggie this year. ACDA is about as big as it gets in our choral world, and we're thrilled to be the featured group. We have a 4-hour demonstration on the Kodály Immersion Day at ACDA. So we're looking for those singers. It's the time of the year that we are looking for musically motivated kids. We have many students who don't know they're singers until they come to us. Some of these kids are already involved in all state auditions and all region. They know who they are. They're singers. But many of our students have come to us through band and orchestra. They are involved in things at school, and their schedule maybe doesn't allow for them to do everything at school. So we have many students who are instrumentalists at their school. We love that. We have many singers who come to us from the homeschool or private school community, and then of course many kids who come from the teachers who work with us, and that's something else that we're very proud of. Every member of our teaching staff has a master's degree or beyond. They're all Kodály trained. They're all excellent music specialists here in the community, and it's just another opportunity again to build that bridge between Texas Tech University and pre-service teachers and the teachers that are already working in the school. So it's a wonderful organization, if I must say so myself. It's the joy of my life to work with these families, these teachers, and these college students. And all we need now is the singers.
Right. Well, and hopefully they'll all start showing up tomorrow for the placement and first day.
Discovery Day.
Discovery Day, right. And, you were talking about touring and doing international things and going to conferences. As being in choir myself, that was one of the big allures, was the traveling and doing cool things and rehearsing to a goal.
That's right.
And then being able to perform. And then a couple of years ago, my daughter went to the Texas Music Educators Association with the West Texas Children's
That's
Chorus.
right. And before that, your daughter actually came to the last national ACDA conference
in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm. So
That's right,
again, she is a beautiful singer, like her parents, and we have loved every moment of having your daughter with us. And so she's one of those students that comes from a musically experienced family, and we offer that opportunity to at a challenge level for experienced musicians. But we also have students whose parents go, "What is this? My next door neighbor's in this, but we don't know anything about music. What is this?" Many of our families come to us without musical experience, and we are happy to welcome them. We have a summer program called Summer Sing. I think we talked about that this summer. And many of the students who stay with us in the fall discovered us coming to a one-week choral summer camp called Summer Sing. So we just want to get the word out there. We know that families' time is really at a premium. We do have a level of performance that is quite high, but we also know that our students are in swimming and diving and basketball and wrestling and volleyball and all the activities. So we are happy to work around as much as possible those many family activities. We have a lot of siblings. We love that. Our tuition includes a tuition incentive for families with more than one child. Mm-hmm. And our tuition is very, very reasonable. You can check that out on our website, which is www.wtccsings at wtccsings.com is our website. So you can find all of the information, including registration information, on our website. We also have a Facebook page that is for the public. So there's plenty of information, or you could just reach out to us. But the thing we're excited about for this Discovery Day tomorrow is that, many of our singers have already registered. They're good to go. But if you just want a taste, we're starting with an actual class. We're just going to start this time, and we will do the placement as we go along. But we felt parents have wanted an opportunity to sort of, can we try it out to see how we feel about it? And we're happy to do that. So that will be happening tomorrow at Lake Ridge Methodist Church on...
It's 82nd.
It's 82nd Street, right. Not to be confused with Lake Ridge Baptist Church, which is right across the street. We're just right there at Utica and 82nd Street. Yeah. And our families use the west parking lot. You come in, there's a safe drop-off. There'll be an entire team of people there to meet you. We ask the parents to come in. That's part of our thing. So our families are involved. So you don't just get to drop your kid off. You come in, you sign in your child, then you can go do what you need to do. And then when parents come back, they come in. So we always have an opportunity to not only take care of safety, but to meet our families and have a
Right.
chance to visit and chat a little bit. So that's happening Tuesday, tomorrow, at 4:30 p.m. Our very youngest children will be with us from 4:30 to 5:15. That would be our kindergarten, first, and second graders, our preps. Our apprentices, concert, Bellas, and Bros this week will come at 4:30 and stay until 6. In a normal week, Bella Voce and Bro Voce rehearse from 6 to about 7:30. So we are just like a marathon. It's a relay of singers coming in and out the door. We parachute in through the generosity of Lake Ridge Methodist Church, who hosts us. In fact, we have an office there, and it's just been a wonderful place for us to call home.
Great. Excellent. So that's good. That was my question as a parent. Tomorrow, where should I go and what should I do and what time? And so that's good. Lake Ridge Methodist Church at 4:30 on the west side.
That's right.
What do you have planned for this fall with West Texas Children's Church?
Well, we walk a line, Clint, because we like to have our calendar as much set as possible so that parents can plan around it.
Yeah.
But as you know, opportunities arise. People call us to come and do things. We see if we can make it work out without putting extra things on the family. But our things that we have planned are, starting with the 19th of October, is our first big concert performance, and it's the Bellas and the Bros. We'll be doing a sacred concert of some beautiful choral music, building this concert around the Fare Low Mass, the Mess Besa. We're very excited about that, and we will have not only Bellas and Bros, but we have pros. We have some of the most wonderful treble singers in town join us, including Jeannie Barrick, and several of our other either alumni or local music teachers who will be singing this work with our more mature choir. The day before that, our younger groups will be out at the Wolford Farmers Market performing a completely different program. And so our fall is full of that kind of fun. We just want to get them singing, get them out there, and let them have an opportunity without the high pressure of a formal concert. And this is to get the kids ready. We call them preps and apprentices for a reason. They're not ready to stand on a concert stage, but by the time they get to the end of the year, we'll be, standing on the stage with the Lubbock Symphony. Our first concert for our youngers that is a little more formal is with the Lubbock Symphony Orchestra, Chamber Orchestra, in their Christmas Home for the Holidays. I believe that's the 4th of December. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's when that is. We sang with them last year. Had a fabulous time there. And so that's kind of a big one. And then this ACDA performance is a biggie. Because we'll not only get to show them off as a choir, but one of the things that's special about WTCC is the musicianship training. I mentioned good old Kodai. This very special way of teaching music in a holistic way that results in music literacy, although that's only one of the goals. It emphasizes the joy of music. It emphasizes music of the highest caliber, whether it's classical, jazz. It's not about the genre. It's about finding the best examples of all kinds of musical styles. And I've been invited to be the headline presenter at the conference. And my first question was, I'd rather not talk about this. Can I show you what we do? And so we're going all together, and we've done this kind of thing before, like you mentioned, at Texas Music Educators, but that's not a small thing. So we will invest some time this spring in doing that, and then later on in April we'll have another concert with some informal, by invitation kind of pop-up things that we'll do. We've been invited to pop in and sing at a couple of Christmas functions, and we're also available, by the way, for weddings. If you're getting married and you want the most angelic sound, we set a time limit on the number of weddings we do. So if you want the kids at your wedding, you better call us right away. But we are always on the lookout for cool and unique collaborations of different types. We, in past years, and we'll do again, I hope in the future, have done a collaboration at the Ranching Heritage Center, for example, where the kids sang Cowboy Christmas. You might not think there are Cowboy Christmas songs, but they are, and they're historically significant. So we've hired a top-notch string band in the past to collaborate with the kids, and they've gotten to perform the Cowboy Christmas repertoire. We hope that that will one day develop into actually a documentary, or maybe not a documentary, but a PBS special, a Christmas special. You know, we are always looking. The last year, we had an opportunity to work with community members of the highest order in this town for our gospel explosion. We have a person from this town, Corey Godfrey, who is an expert and now lives in Minneapolis and is a worship leader at a very large church and recording artist. We brought in Corey. We brought in Maria Ellis, who is nationally known as a gospel specialist, to work with our students and a group of community kids and put on a fabulous gospel explosion honor choir. And we plan to do that again this year. We have the gospel explosion is on our radar. Again, the idea is if you're going to do jazz with kids, they're novice, but there are fabulous jazz musicians in this town. Let's play with Joy Harris. Let's play with the Texas Tech Orchestra. Let's play with it. We've gotten to sing alongside the Lubbock Chorale and the Texas Tech Choir. So it's all about finding those opportunities that are a little bit extra than what they might be able to do in a school setting. We want to support all the fabulous teaching that's happening in schools in our community, and we also want to enhance that and support that, and then go outside those boxes a little bit and do some cool multi-generational, multi-age, not so locked into this is middle school contest season. Well, that's great. We are generally non-competitive. The only competitive thing we've ever done was submit a tape for consideration to sing at Carnegie Hall, and we were selected to sing at Carnegie Hall. But as a rule, we kind of are looking for things that are more, just kind of special. Families we travel family style. So most often, if you have kids on a WTCC trip, your family's there too. They're welcome. And we've gotten a lot of singers that way. We've gotten some kids who came as siblings and went, you know what, I'm here. I might as well sing too.
Right.
So anyway, that's kind of in a nutshell what we're about.
Great. Susan Brumfield is director of the West Texas Children's Chorus, and that gets underway tomorrow at 4:30 at Lake Ridge Methodist Church. And as she said, there's more information about that. You can Google their website, West Texas Children's Chorus, and it'll come up and you'll see all of that. Susan is also professor of music education at Texas Tech University at the School of Music and so many other things, but she had time to come talk to us today. Thank you so much for being our guest on the show today.
Thank you, Clint. It's always a joy to talk with you. Thank you.